What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome to another match reaction here on the channel. And today we're going to talk a match very different from what I usually talk about, which is just Champions League, you know, the Premier League, stuff like that. Today we're going to talk about Argentina getting a 0-0 draw against Peru in La Bombonera. For me, this match was very important. It was very crucial for me to watch this match. I watched it with all my friends in my house. We were completely all together throughout the match because if you didn't know that already, I'm from Peru, and for me this match was my world. I mean, this Peru played everything tonight if they wanted to at least get a chance of getting into the World Cup in the next match on Tuesday, where they play against Colombia. So for me, this match was really intense. Every foul, everything, I was shouting every single time. For me, it was really intense to watch Peru even try to get a point against Argentina. So this focal point is gonna be more about Peru and talking a little bit from a neutral perspective what the match offered. But I will do another video talking about Argentina's situation in the coming hours. I'm gonna post another video about Argentina and their current standard. So for now, we're gonna talk about right away the match. So Peru came in with a very defensive sort of team. They were set for the counterattack all throughout the match because they played a 4-3-3, which is very different from the normal and regular 4-2-3-1. Careca, or the manager for Peru, came in and said that they didn't matter the players that we missed because there were some players out because of the accumulation of yellow cards. They were suspended for the match, and those were some of our best players, most of our best creators per se. That's why Peru wasn't as clear in the counterattack, and also Argentina was very deadly, just coming in and taking away the counterattack. Very easy for them to do so. And also, it was also very good to see Peru trying to neglect a very on Messi. Like Messi was turned on. I've seen so many Argentina reports and so many different stuff in the internet saying that Messi didn't play well. For me, he was so good, man. He was even more like turned on. He was on fire more than he was at Barcelona. He doesn't need to score goals to see that you're playing at your best. He was playing at a Messi level. He was playing at the level some of us should expect him to do, but I gotta say that Peru did their part. Peru came in with very good center backs. Even one came through, Messi got through one, the other one came in behind and took the ball away. It only happens like twice where Messi was able to shoot directly into the goal. First from the same play he likes to do always. He likes to come from the left and then shoot with his left again. So he comes from the right and then cuts in and then shoot with his left. That only happened once. I remember that only happened once, and then another one, an almost tapping, which went to the post, but really you cannot ask too many about that. So I gotta say that I'm really happy for the point for Peru. In the eyes of Peru, this point is crucial. Although the other results didn't happen as we wanted to, we wanted Colombia to win against Paraguay, so Colombia comes here to Lima very relaxed and, you know, ready for a battle. We didn't want that to happen. So now they're gonna come on fire. They're gonna come in because they also need to win against Peru if they wanna get a point. But I think that Peru is more than capable of winning in Colombia at home, so I'm hoping that we beat Colombia. I'm hopefully that we go to the World Cup, but there's not too much we can ask, really, to be honest. In the case of Argentina, Argentina put a very good match, I gotta say. The only problem, like many people are saying right now, is that Dario Benedetto, the striker for now, the one wearing the number 7 shirt for Argentina, he wasn't playing to his best. He's a striker from Boca, very good for, you know, holding up the ball, getting headers in the ball, but he didn't seem like himself. I think this is just another way, another pressure of the media, perhaps with the fans, because there was always criticizing the striker for Argentina. First it was Higuaín, then Agüero, then Dybala, Icardi. They were always criticizing the striker that was there up top. So in that sense, I think that perhaps that got carried into him, into Benedetto. So perhaps he may not be the best performer out there that once we saw at Boca. So that's really understandable in my eyes, but I don't want to get too often because Argentina may have another way of seeing that. And especially if you're an Argentina fan, I would like you to comment down below and tell me what you think about Benedetto, because in my eyes he was also one of the worst players in the pitch today. But I want to just say it out loud, Banega was really so out the game. He was really out. He didn't understand the pace of the game at all. He was getting blasted by a Peruvian player. We had this guy Yotun running circles around Banega, and he's not even like a tricky midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder. He was getting the best out of Banega. He's a defensive midfielder, and he was running laps around Banega. That's not acceptable for a player who plays at a European level in Sevilla. He was completely out of this game at all. He didn't was, like I said, at pace. He didn't link up with Messi very good. He left Messi to come deep and pick up the ball because Banega wasn't able to do that himself. He's a creator midfielder for a deep line playmaker for Argentina, and he didn't even do his job. I gotta say, he was just filling up basically the 11th player. You need 11 players, well, we need one more, okay, let's put Banega in. Banega was just doing that basically. He didn't play it at his best at all, and he was, I gotta say, he was really the worst player on the pitch that day. I also want to talk a little bit about Fernando Gago. Fernando Gago, I think he was like a cold on spot substitution for Sampaoli, and it's very unfortunate that he actually got injured. I think he injured himself. The ligamentos cruzados is what we call him in Spanish. I'm not too sure what it is in English, but those are the ligaments that come within your knee. You have two ligaments that connect, and that allows you to move those two ligaments out the door, and it's very, very sad because that can be a very hard injury to deal with, and now especially that he's like 30 years old, I think 31, something like that. It's gonna be very hard for Gago to get out from that substitution very nicely and very smoothly. In the eyes of Peru, I gotta say that the man of the match is none other than Pedro Galese. Pedro Galese got, I think, like 7 saves. Argentina got 16 shots. 16 shots. That's impressive. I heard somewhere else that they got like even 22. And Galese managed to save from all of those 22, 8 were on target, and Galese managed to save 7 of them. So that's very, very impressive for a Peruvian goalkeeper playing in one of the, I'm not gonna say the worst clubs, but mid-table clubs in Mexico. He's playing for Veracruz, and he's playing out of his skin, man. He's very, very good for me. He's a very good goalkeeper, very reliable, and he was playing with a broken finger. He was supposed to be out for 3 months, and then he came in just 5 weeks. That's something like a miracle, I gotta say. That's some sort of miracle. That's a superhuman right there. And I'm really happy for this Peruvian team. I'm really happy of us going and progressing into this new adventure, perhaps at the World Cup. Even though we don't go to Russia, I'm still gonna be very happy because of the progress we've made. I think the key for this new Peru team is all about, you know, working hard, working with heart for your pride, working with the management, because we got Gareca. He built a new squad. We were all thinking this young squad will go forward for the next World Cup, but it seems these are just the bases, like the pillars of construction for Gareca in the future, trying to progress new players into the squad. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very, very, you know, very proud of my country. I'm very proud of my country. They have been playing really good football, and if we continue playing with that, there's no reason why we cannot beat Colombia on Tuesday.